Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back. Unapologetic, the podcast. Y'all know who it is. Trey and Reg. Happy 2024 to everybody. We made it. Another year. We are back. Hopefully, everybody that all our listeners and supporters and loved ones made it here back with us as well.
Yeah.
What's up with you, my man? What up?
Man, chilling, man. Really just cooling out, brother. New year, new cheer. Trying to get things right as always. That's always the goal, to be the best person that you can be, inside and out. So, after my accident, I had to slow down on the whole fitness ordeal. My body was messed up, but I'm back on it now. So my body telling me, my body screaming, "God damn it, bitch! You bitch, you fucking bitch, you!" So,
hey, it'll let you know.
Man,
let you know.
Man, I probably jumped off the porch doing a little bit too much, but it really doesn't make a difference, man. It's got to get done.
Right.
Other than that, B.Dot, cooling, man. House quiet.
You doing anything for the new year?
Absolutely not, bro. Sat in the crib, man, with the family.
Same here. Well, I went out to Atlanta. Had a pretty good time. Had a Airbnb. So I went out and went to the underground, and it was my first time actually going there and doing that shit. So I had a pretty good time. It was good. Probably around, I think it'd have been a little better had I been around, the people I'm normally around, but I kind of brought the new year in with, different people. So, but nonetheless, it was still good. I wanted to get out, and do something because I didn't do nothing last year. I actually did everything at the house, had people over, we cooked. I think the games was on last year too. As a matter of fact, I remember it. Georgia had kicked that field goal to beat Ohio State, and I think it was like 5 minutes before the ball had dropped or whatever. That was New Year last year. Then the year before, of course, I was in Dubai, so let me get out and do something. But,
you enjoyed it though? I hadn't heard nobody say anything about the underground in years.
Yeah, that was my first time ever. But it was cool. I ended up first club we stepped off into ended up being I guess you can call it a gay club, but didn't know until actually got in there and started seeing what was going on. These dudes in there, grinding on each other, dudes walking around shirtless with thongs on. And I was just like, hold on. I said, hold on, we fell off in the wrong spot. And then of course there's a lot of Beyonce going on in there. So I was like, yeah, we in and not the community loves and supports Beyonce. So ain't nothing, I'm not saying anything bad, but
wasn't your cup of tea. I saw how you were dressed, and you definitely weren't dressed for that occasion.
No. No. Wasn't there for the events either. No.
If I could have been a fly on the motherfucking wall, shit, I would pay money to see your motherfucker.
Yeah, because I looked, I was like, hey, we in the wrong spot, and the girls was like, it's all right. For y'all.
Anytime. I've heard enough. I've heard enough.
Yeah. And for the ladies, yeah, it's cool. But I'm a guy. Like, I want to be around, other sights and scenes and women, and of course it was women in there, but
they weren't checking for you. They weren't checking for the likes of you.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. But yeah, man. Outside of that, watch the games. Spend a little time with my pops. I always gotta do that when I go up there, and that's pretty much it for New Year.
Cool.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. That's all good. Fuck it,
All
man.
right.
Let's get, they said I was told we didn't ring the alarm last week when we got into the sports, but
We did.
that's what I was told, but I don't know.
I have to fact check that.
Y'all made me listen to that whole sports thing. I was like,
Good. Now you're more educated in sports than what you were
right.
before. Congrats.
Yeah. Bowl games. You want to talk about anything outside of the big ones, the two that just happened, the Rose Bowl and Sugar Bowl?
No, we can talk about those. Get them out the way.
All right. Yeah. Because I really don't feel like talking about the orange. We know what happened.
That look bad.
We know what happened, and we're not gonna put Florida State fans through that again if they listen. All right, so Rose Bowl, Michigan, Alabama.
Okay, I thought it was a good game, man. Man, a great game. Score wise, anyway. I felt like Alabama was outmatched. They were outcoached. They were not as disciplined as Michigan. Their offensive line was atrocious at best.
Yeah.
Jalen Milroe, whomever came up with the game plan, that's why I said coach. Whoever came up with the game plan for that young boy to drop back against the best defense in the country. You need to question him and his job, because that was not a good idea. But hats off to Michigan for handling business, man.
That, what was it, 2-3 weeks to prepare for that game?
Yeah, about 3. Yeah, so much.
Michigan put those 3 weeks to use very well. Alabama did.
Okay.
I definitely agree with the outcoach part. We talked about it already. There was some few things I pointed out to you that I questioned about what, like, just execution far as what Nick Saban was doing. I don't know, but yeah, I agree with you that him dropping back and for them to keep putting him in that position where he got to drop back and beat the defense passing was definitely not what should have happened after the first quarter. They probably had 3 or 4 sacks in the first quarter, right? Maybe 2 to 3 at least.
Yeah.
So
something there.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, the game started out looking like Alabama was about to run through them because they had what should have been an interception, but the guy stepped out of bounds first before he caught the ball. So,
right.
On that first Michigan drive, but from there it's just like, I mean, in short, Michigan had their number. And they put, like I said, they put that 3 weeks of game planning to use very well.
Absolutely.
Very well. Whoever designed, well, the defense part anyway. Their offense, I wasn't too impressed by it. They ran, they pound. McCarthy, JJ wasn't impressive. Didn't look good at all. He made the throws that he needed to when they needed to happen. But for the most part, he missed a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that we had an overtime game and it came down to the last play.
Right.
Well, in both games came down to the last play.
In both games.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Right.
That's about it for me. I just me and Smurf was talking yesterday, and he was talking about I guess the center has entered the portal, the transfer, and he was talking about the blogs and everything, the Alabama fans and sites, and everybody was like cheering, like, yeah, he needed to go, and I was like, hey, he probably Nick probably tapped him on the shoulder and said, hey, play, I need that scholarship. That's probably why Nick probably said, hey, play, I need that scholarship.
Hey, my man.
Yeah. Hey, I need you to come up off that scholarship. don't know how I'm gonna tell you this, but I'm gonna break the news to him. I need you to come up off that scholarship. But yeah, man, I mean, you hate to see it happen like that, just because these are kids, and the
At the end of the day, yes, they are children.
yeah, backlash that's gonna happen to them. But I mean, on that stage, um, me and you are Tar Heel fans, and we know how we expect our team and players to perform. So,
Right.
the level of success that the Alabama Crimson Tide team has had within the last 10, 15 years, every other year they're winning a championship. It's they expect excellence. So
The stat, the stat that killed me was just the first time,
yeah,
man, in 4 years
yeah,
that they've had a class to not graduate with a ring.
yeah,
That's wild.
crazy, yeah.
That's wild.
That's the most consistent thing sports wise we've ever seen, probably.
Yeah, no question about it.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, that's crazy. But um, Sugar Bowl,
Okay.
Washington, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it looked like a track meet at first.
Well, we knew it was going to be
Yeah.
some part of the game that worked into Washington's favor.
Mm-hmm.
It being a track meet. Look, this is what I think. I think Texas could have won the game had they just, uh, you know, I'm not going to say the whole check down game, but get their players out in the space, man.
Right.
Because when they were doing it, they were successful.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, excuse me, for whatever reason, Washington could not handle the screens. Right, you got those big hogs out there, Texas. You know what I mean? Like once they got to the second level, it was just it exposed the Washington defense. Obviously, you can't do that all game, but
No.
you got to slow roll them at some point. But again, it turned to a track meet, and that worked out in Washington's favor. Man, hats off to Washington for standing up when they were supposed to. Michael Penix Jr.
Yeah. He making a case.
Listen, they said it wasn't close with him in the Heisman race. I beg to differ.
Right.
I beg to differ. He's a great player. He stood up, carried his team to victory, man. I feel like you said, it could have been a track meet. I mean, it started out as a track meet, and then Washington pulled away, and it looked like it was about to get ugly.
Yeah.
I felt like then they started playing not to lose.
Mm-hmm. And that's when Texas got back in the game. Yeah.
They
I
started
hate that
playing.
style of play. I hate that on every level. I hate it in basketball. I hate it in football. As much as I didn't like the Patriots, that's one thing about Bill Belichick that I didn't have a problem with. We gonna come out here. I don't care that it's 49-7. We on the goal line. We gonna quarterback sneak and score this touchdown. If you don't want us to score, stop it.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't know what. I feel like as an offensive coordinator, you gotta have a set of plays like, all right, we're gonna lure them in on this, that, and the third, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like kill some clock, little check passes, check downs, or whatever. Like if that doesn't work, get our tight ends involved. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have some sort of plays. Instead of just handing the ball off. Obviously, at the end of the game, you saw what happened. Running back got hurt.
Yeah.
Which is a bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, the way that played out was horrible with the clockwise, man. That gave Texas the opportunity.
Yeah, it did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
you're right.
You hate to see that.
Because Texas didn't have no timeouts.
Exactly.
And that stopped the clock for them. Yeah.
That's rough.
Mm-hmm.
But the defense stepped up and handled their business. So yeah, man. I for one, I mean, it was a good game, but Texas one of the top 4 teams in the country. Was there a better team out there than Texas? Debatable. Again, I really wasn't impressed with anything dealing with Texas, honestly. If I have to be honest.
I think I told you this the other day we talked. I don't think there's a better team out of all those teams I watched. None of them is better than Georgia.
Nope.
Yes,
I'll agree.
Georgia just lost at the wrong time of the season.
I'll agree.
I think Georgia would have been a nightmare for any one of them four teams. The way they played. Jesus. But we'll it came down to the very last play, which play calling and the execution of those plays was terrible on Texas' behalf. But I mean, lights bright in that situation, go to the chip. I mean, you see what your people are made of.
But they made a Washington in the corner that was on AD Mitchell made a great play.
Right,
Because
yeah.
he got burnt up once before on the exact same play. So I mean, it's the play call. I'm not mad at the play call. You knew you were gonna get one-on-one matchup. That's what you wanted. So the play call was fine, man. I mean, I just think it was who wanted the ball. The young man, the young corner made a great play.
Right. What do you think about the last play for Alabama?
Trash. What made you think you were going to run straight up the middle on a defensive front that has been eating your lunch all game long?
Right. I saw another view they showed the sky cam view, and it's an argument that had it been a good snap, that play would have worked.
Really?
Yeah. They kept showing it, reviewing it. I forgot who was breaking it down, but the sky view had it been a good snap, the tackle that pulled to the left had opened up, just enough for him, but the snap. But I mean, that's debatable. It's over. We'll never know. To move on, real quick. What's your whole let's talk about Russell Wilson real quick.
Okay.
And the shit that's going on with him in Denver.
Okay.
So they asked him for some money back, basically, and of some sorts. Hey, to revise his contract.
Okay.
He said no. So as of now, he's been benched for the last two games, which the first game was last week. This week will be the second game. And more than likely, he's going to be cut when the season ends. And this is also to prevent him from getting injured. Because if he get injured, then he's going to be owed an additional 34 or something like that, 34 mil, something like that, something.
Yeah, something crazy.
So, it's no secret that that wasn't Sean Payton's guy,
right?
And I guess this is the Sean Payton cleaning house or want to bring his guys in, which I don't know who he brings in from here, what quarterback, but I don't know. I don't know if I would want to go play for Sean Payton at this juncture from what he's shown. But I mean, a job is a job. If you're a quarterback looking for a job.
Okay. Well, hey, it's business is business. If I don't know I don't know exactly how much the money is or what that looks like. I thought that if they set him the last few games the last couple games that he wasn't owed a certain amount of money.
He's gonna get 142, I think.
Okay.
Once he's cut.
So I think again, business is business, man, and I think they're looking at their checkbook and like, you ain't quite cutting the mustard there, partner. So we gonna need that. I mean, Russell Wilson has all right to be like, fuck off.
I would. Give me all my money. I ain't giving you shit back.
Yeah, fuck off.
Right. I'm not.
We're not doing that.
Nope. Not absolutely not.
I mean, yeah, the writing was on the wall very, very early in the season, man. It looked great on paper, yeah. But games aren't played on paper. So they suck. He looks like it's obvious his best days are behind him.
Yeah, absolutely. They keep bringing up his stats though, and he's in the top 10 quarterbacks of every, in all statistical categories, but the eye test tells you something different.
Right.
We watch the games. We've seen the games. So
right. Nah. Good luck, Russ.
if I was him, I go to Las Vegas. If Las Vegas needs a quarterback, if they're willing to have me, I would go to Las Vegas and try to give it to Denver every time. They play them twice a year. Them motherfuckers was like, hey,
I think Antonio Pierce want that guy down there, man.
they're not. They was like, hey, how about Pittsburgh? And I was like, I don't know if you want to see Baltimore 2 times a year and Cincinnati 2 times a year and shit.
I don't know who he wants to see 2 times a year or whatever. Like it's just his game. His game is off.
I go to Atlanta.
Man, game is off.
Yeah, warm weather, but good luck to him. I guess he gonna get the money, but I just thought that shit was weird the way it went down and asking this man to give that money back. So we got a new defensive coordinator.
Yes.
Don't know that much about him, but a lot of former players seem to be very happy with him. I don't know if that's because they're very familiar with him or whatever, but I know Marquise Williams was one of the first that I seen was like, hey, this is a great hire, blah, blah, blah. He lists all the reasons. And of course, Marquise Williams played against him plenty of times.
Right.
In the ACC and when I guess when he was at Mississippi State. What is his name? Jeff Collins? Something like that. Yep. They call him the minister of mayhem or something like that.
Yep. Really?
I saw that. That was his nickname. I saw it and I was like, oh, okay. Interesting. Let me see if I can find it for you. Let me get this name right.
Yeah. Jeff Collins.
Yeah, Jeff Collins.
Ex-Georgia Tech coach. When was he the coach? He wasn't that coach this year, was he?
Yeah, he was.
He was?
Yeah.
He got fired?
I guess. Had our number for the last couple of years. I know that.
No shit. That should be one goddamn way that we get over the hump when it comes down to playing Georgia Tech. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know much about him as a defense coordinator either, but I did look at some of the comments up under the pictures of when they announced the hiring of him. Look, man, anything is going to be better, hopefully, than that played out prehistoric bullshit that Gene Chizik was running.
Yeah.
Right? Like, come on. Let's get real. Shit's outdated as fuck, man. And I'm glad they pulled the trigger on that. Yeah, was it a year late? Yeah, probably.
Right.
But nonetheless, man, people's job is on the line, and hey, we got to get fucking better.
We do.
Defense is going to have to be much better considering what the unknowns at QB next year, and we just got to get better, dog.
So, one of the main things that I saw was, if we was, as Tar Heels, Tar Heel fans, if we was tired of the of Gene Chizik's bend but don't break style of defense, we should be very happy with this hire.
Right, because he's an aggressive guy.
Yeah,
right.
Very aggressive. That's what they're saying. So we'll see. We will see. We will see. Minister of Mayhem. That's his nickname.
Okay.
So
we're gonna see.
Yeah. We'll see. Like I said, they've had our number the last couple of years. So I mean,
right.
I think that's about it for sports, man. I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, did you see Joker last night?
I saw the game winner.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I mean,
Yeah. Also, he has only missed 5 shots in the last 5 games.
Okay.
You talking about efficient? Mm.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, we talking about professional basketball. Against some of the best players in the world. I mean, whether you want to argue they're playing defense or not, it's still hard to not, you know, especially when you're taking 15 to 20 shots a game.
Right. That's
So
wild.
yeah,
I didn't joke.
right. Um, I think I'm excited about where the NBA is going right now, just with the new crop of players. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're seeing the quote unquote changing of the guards, because the younger guys are looking very good.
Right.
You're getting glimpses of Steph. You're getting glimpses of LeBron. Usually, we would see LeBron and Steph all over the place, like they're still great. They're still doing what they do, but it's kind of you can see the decline.
You feel like you can see a decline in LeBron? I mean, I don't.
Yeah. Not far as in the consistency.
Okay.
The consistency. But I mean, he has his 12-point nights. I like the other night. I mean, he didn't look that good when they played the Pelicans.
Well, the reason why I say consistency is because you gotta remember, man, this guy's been in the league 19 years, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, and he's still a force. He's
Right.
still
Oh yeah.
9 times out of 10, every time he's on the court, he's still probably the best player on the court.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what I mean by not seeing. Now, obviously, you know, but doing something for 20 years or whatever, like you're going to have times where it's like it's just not clicking or it's not
Right.
falling.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right. But I mean, the shit that LeBron is doing, the shit he's able to do, and even with Steph, man, Steph is not going to be able to carry them, and with the expectation of winning championship, it's just not going to happen. The same with LeBron. So
Right.
from that aspect, yes, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
From that aspect,
Speaking of LeBron, I saw this quote. It said, the more we watch LeBron this season, he's still LeBron. He's still the great. He's probably top 5 in the league right now, or maybe or 10 if you don't want to argue top 5.
okay,
But facts are facts. If you look at him, he looks very stiff, especially going to the rim. Um, the magic is the magic for him is his basketball IQ. He's still head and shoulders above everybody IQ wise basketball, and that's what makes him as dominant as he is right now at this age. Which I definitely agree with that. His basketball IQ is head and shoulders above.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
very smart.
but honestly, technically, it's ugly to watch his game. As choppy as he looked, the look down 3-pointer that he takes and everything else. I mean, you can get in all that, but whatever. Um, I mean, his game don't have to be beautiful. Especially if we're looking at SGA. Whew, Jesus Christ, boy. He is number 3. Early MVP voting.
Who?
SGA.
Not surprised.
Me neither. I'm liking the way he playing. All right. Speaking of LeBron, so the internet was going crazy over finding out, I guess, or someone pointed out that Savannah does not take pictures with male fans,
Okay.
which I don't. I mean, hey, that's her prerogative, but I don't know if that has anything to do with LeBron or not, or that's just the type of woman she is. But hey,
That's her choice, man.
absolutely. Absolutely. But I think it was more or less of saying this is the type of woman that we should be looking up to or whatever else, which you know, listen, if my woman was a celeb and she didn't want to she took pictures with male fans or whatever else, I'm cool with it either way.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, look, I know who she going home with tonight.
Who cares, man? She's a well-known figure. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I personally am not going up to Savannah James saying, "Let's take a picture."
Me neither.
But whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that she has fans and she is just the wife of, LeBron is crazy, but well-known figure. Did you watch The Color Purple?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
It's pretty, well, we're not gonna talk about it then. But I I liked it. I liked it. It wasn't, a lot of people, I guess, that hadn't seen it tried to sway me from seeing it. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go see it when I found out it was a musical or this or that. And it's really not a musical. Outside of the beginning, you saw singing and dancing, but once it got into the movie, it was an actual movie. They moved, at the end there was some singing and dancing, but I mean, for the most part, the majority of it was movie. And I mean, it was based off of the Broadway play or whatever. So I mean,
Right. Okay.
and I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I I I enjoyed it, you know. But if you find time, I mean, yeah, check it out.
I'm gonna check it out at some point.
Yeah. I saw in the Tesla factory a robot put hands on one of the workers
Is
though.
that real or is that bullshit? That looks like bullshit to me.
I don't know.
Right? That looks like some old
A
iRobot type
robot
shit.
shit.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You get your ass beat by a motherfucking robot. I'm not saying it can't happen, but in the
Uh-huh.
Tesla factory, I think it would have had. I don't believe that. I think it would have had way more noise around it if it was true.
Right. Yeah. That might be like one of those scare tactics or something like those times that come into where it might be us against technology.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like some AI shit. It's like, all right, dog.
Did you watch that movie To the End of the World? Did you end up watching it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Um, what'd you think?
I thought it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah. Well, because I remember you said you fell asleep on it, I guess the first time or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me, I want to say, I guess two, maybe three times to like really like watch it. First time I was like in and out doing stuff, and
Mhm.
but once I got back, and after I told you, I'm like, man, like I think it's a pretty good movie. Um, a lot of symbolisms in it, and when I look at the kids and my kids and how it's just so hard to pull them away from
From the tablets and phones.
tablets and phones and all that other shit, and
Yeah.
how their daughter was with the she had to see the last episode of
Yeah.
Friends,
Yeah.
and and the part where he was like oh, when they was trying to get the medicine from the neighbor and he had the gun on him, and he was like the neighbor, I think the neighbor told him, he's like, be a man. He's like, I am a man, but I'm useless without my phone or some shit like that. I was like, like, and we are leading into that world. I thought about it one day. I was like, I wonder how, if I was just to turn off all that shit, how long would I last? I don't know.
Well, it'll be tough because you're so used to it. But
Mm-hmm. Like just
I mean, we live in an age where it's a thing. It's
right.
necessary.
Yeah.
Um, it is what it is, man.
Mhm. Remember growing up, you used to just know phone numbers. I don't know
Yeah.
any phone number now besides the house phone that I grew up in.
Well, I know a few. I know quite a few actually.
I know mine. That's it. I couldn't tell you anybody's phone number by heart no more.
Well, I definitely can tell you a few.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to reach my children.
Okay.
I know how to reach my mom. I know how to reach, but the way I do it, I train my brain to take the last four digits of a phone number. The area code is always easy,
Mm-hmm.
and the first three, and the last four, I always take them, and I use football or sports figures in their numbers. That's how I remember them.
Okay. Okay. Do you think there's another life form or other beings? Do you believe in that?
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. I find it hard to believe that it's not.
Mm.
I find it very, very hard to believe that it's not. Now, what it is or how it is or whatever, I don't know. But I find it very, very hard to believe.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, and I like, as far as an Earth-wise, I don't know. Universe, what makes us believe or think that we are the only, you know what I'm saying, beings out there? Like, isn't it a possibility that, you know, somewhere else there is? I mean, fuck.
No, man.
Well, if it is, hopefully I'm not here to see that day. I don't know. It's not a good day. I don't know. I was reading the other day, motherfuckers in North Carolina was losing their mind because they couldn't get on Pornhub.
Yeah, it hit my group chat actually.
Mm-hmm. North Carolina and Montana.
But it's been a thing in Virginia for a while.
Mm.
Yeah, it's been a thing in Virginia for a while. So I mean, for months. So I mean, the way this shit is going, dog, like, it makes no sense. And I mean, and there's ways around it, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they are trying to, out of all the things on the planet, they're trying to put a muzzle on pornography. Out of
Right.
all the things we got going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Pornography.
Okay.
That's the least thing to worry about. I mean,
Okay. That makes sense.
yeah, if it does, it leaves you wondering like what the fuck are our, you know, we paying all this money, well, these motherfuckers getting all this money in these offices and they thinking about porn.
Right.
Like we need to get some, first of all, we need two good candidates to run in this next damn election, and we worried about porn. Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
Sad.
And to keep in that thing, California passed a health care bill for migrants. And I guess that's for them to receive medical care or health care, free health care at that. Veterans, disabled veterans don't get free health care in California. But somehow they're passing a law to give migrants free health care.
Wow. That says a lot, man. I mean, you put it that way, that says a lot. I mean, I was on the fence about it, like, um, and so migrant. Tell me what a migrant is first.
So it's, I guess, someone that comes to live in the U.S. legally. They have papers.
Okay,
If I'm not mistaken, right?
I think you're right. So, and they get free health care.
Yes, they're to receive free. I don't know when this bill is coming in effect, but it's been passed and I guess it's been approved.
Wow. Said veterans, but veterans don't.
Yeah, veterans don't. A migrant is people that move from one place to another with the intentions of settling permanently or temporarily at a new location. Okay.
But you're saying, obviously, you're talking about people outside of the country.
Right. Yeah.
Wow. Man, you know, well, shit. I guess they say that. I guess that's their way of saying that the VA should be handling that type of stuff.
But you know, the VA I think the VA gets directive and backing from the states that they're in too, and the government.
Right. Well, of course, I'm just saying.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's just like, but we've known this for a while that as a veteran or even as a service member that's still serving, you're not as respected as you think you are or should be. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that you do, you risk and sacrifice for the country, you know, you're gonna be thanked here and there, but for the most part, it's just kind of like, that's his job.
Right. I mean, I'm not shocked that that's just the way it is. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't agree with it. I mean, shit. You know, people are going to think what they want to think about the military and what it entails, or what we do or we don't do. And
Right.
you know, hey man, it is what it is.
Yep. California stands
It's
health
America, dog.
to low income migrants. I want to do low income citizens. Already get, that's some looking into. Listen, one thing that's becoming more noticeable and more clear, being a citizen born and raised in America ain't, I mean, the perks ain't as what you would think they are.
Right.
You come here from another country and receive more help. I guess being here and being born here, they already think like, okay, you have a leg up, which really ain't a leg up because you can be born into poverty.
Absolutely.
Just because you were born on U.S. soil or you're a U.S. citizen, don't mean you you're well off or you're in better position of shape. So I mean, I don't know. All this shit is weird, man, and just seeing how things are planning out. I mean, you can go all the way back to the other bills that's been passed since Biden took over, and we're not gonna get into the racial thing. I mean, far as in bills that aren't being passed for us that should be passed and everything else. But anyway, let's talk about B.Dot list real quick.
Okay.
I don't know if you took a look at them, if you saw them.
I did.
Let's go with um let's start with best rap album of the year, top 10. I'll start at 10. Babyface Ray, Summer's Mine.
Okay.
Number 9, Nas Magic. Number 8, Key Glock, Glaucoma 2. Number 7, Boosie Badass. Number 6, Jack Harlow, Jackman. Number 5, Yo Gotti, I Showed You So. Number 4, Central C and Dave, Split Decision. Number 3, Currency and JD for Motivational Use, Volume 1. Number 2, Larry June and Alchemist, The Great Escape. And number 1, Killer Mike Michael.
So well, I'll say this. Killer Mike definitely has you gotta throw Killer Mike up in there. I don't know if content wise there's an album better than his.
Okay.
I definitely like
I can agree.
yeah, I definitely like the Currency album. It's pretty dope. But the other ones, brother,
Yeah.
I really can't tell you that I heard.
Nah. I heard, well, I know you heard Nas, you heard Magic.
Well, Nas, yeah, Nas,
You heard Jack Harlow, you heard Gotti.
I did not hear Jack Harlow.
I thought that was a Jack Harlow you was telling me about.
I didn't. So I didn't. I don't think I heard his entire album.
I
No,
think it was only like 6 songs, right?
I
I think that was the Jack Harlow you was telling me about.
was it.
The soul samples and all that, and you was telling me, hey, that I don't fuck with Jack Harlow like that, but this is let's see. Let me see.
Let me see
Let's
before I misspoke. Let me see.
Jack Harlow. Pac-Man. Yep, that's the one where he was standing shirtless on the ESP.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. I stand corrected. You're right. And it's not. It's not bad.
Yeah.
The album is not bad. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The album is not bad.
Now this Boosie, no, I'm probably not listening to Boosie these days. That's just me, man. I mean, I dislike him? No, I'm just not listening to Boosie these days. I mean, but that goes for a lot of the the greats, I'm with you. A lot of these I didn't. Babyface Ray, I didn't listen to that.
Well, yeah, I listened to it. I listened to Babyface Ray's album. Say it's amongst the best. I mean, I guess I like Babyface Ray. It's cool. Cool.
Key Glock, I didn't listen to that.
Me neither. I'm not a big on Key Glock.
No. And I'm not familiar with or too familiar with Central C and Dave.
I don't know. I've never heard that name before.
Me neither. The Gotti album, it wasn't for me. I just say that I didn't
Okay.
too much.
I think it's commercial, and I
Yeah,
think we talked about it. It's definitely commercial. It was all right though.
yeah.
All right.
All right. So best features of 2023. Best
Okay.
features. And this is in no order. 2 Chainz on Mask Up.
All right.
Um, I'd have to hear it. 21 Savage on Peaches and Eggplants. That wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't.
Benny the Butcher on Uncomfortable Truth.
Okay.
Black Thought, Drug Trade. Black Thought always comes through. It don't matter.
Right.
Cardi B, Put It on the Floor. Not familiar. I'm probably never running to listen to a Cardi B song. Not
Put it
unless
on the floor.
it's just on the radio.
That's the song with her and Lotto.
Yeah. No.
No,
No.
Rip Me Out the Plastic.
Oh, okay. All right, got you. See, a lot of them I don't even. I know the if I hear it, I don't even know the name of the song. But yeah,
Yeah,
Fabo, Something for Junkies,
I think I heard it a couple times, but okay.
Finesse 2 times, Grizzly 2 times, Freddie Gibbs, Show and Tell. I'm not familiar with the Finesse 2 times, but um, mm, uh, there's not a lot of Finesse 2 times that I've even listened to anyway. Future, Turn Your Click Up.
Okay. Okay.
J. Cole, of course, First Person Shooter.
Yeah.
J Electronica, Enough. I
I don't
couldn't
know.
tell you about it. Yeah. Some of these I'm gonna have to check out. Jeezy, Raised Different. Raised Different.
Who is he? Whose song is that?
I don't know. You just got the name of the song.
Okay.
JID, Mama's Prime Time. Jim Jones, Marcus Camby. That's with West Side Gun, right? I
I
think
think so.
I think so. They the only ones that's making titles like that anyway. West Marcus Camby, Bill Goldberg, Mean Gene Okerlund,
Right.
Joey Badass, Bargani Lighting. Nah, I'm not familiar. Lotto Freaky T remix. Nah. Little Wayne, Big Dog. Wow.
Okay. I mean, Big Lil Wayne, Big Dog. Look, I like Lotto, man.
Yeah.
I don't know who's writing those raps, but I like Lotto, and I like the way that they have rebranded her, if you will. And she's killing shit, man. To me, you know, I like the approach that she comes on every track. On every track that I hear, I don't think it's been a Lotto track that I heard that I don't like.
Okay. Method Man, 101 Razors. I don't know.
Doesn't ring a bell, brother.
Nah. Paul Wall, Johnny Dang. No.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. I mean, Paul Wall's my guy.
Payroll, Giovanni. Legit.
I don't know the song, but I like Payroll.
Rome Streets, Runaway. I think Westside had the best verse on that to me.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
I know. But Westside verse wasn't that bad on that to me. And I think that was a Primo track. That's
Okay.
DJ Primo song, so yeah. T.I. Never Fall Off. No. Toby Ngui, Paid in Full.
We wait.
Ngui, okay, yeah. I wouldn't have been mad at J. Cole Secret Sauce verse in here. And there's somebody else too I'm missing. Somebody else I'm missing. But just like the favorite albums, a lot of those I haven't listened to. So
Right.
I saw, someone we was talking about Sexy Red last week. Ski being the song of the year.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so and they pointed out that the category wasn't like most streamed or highest numbers. It was quoted as being the best song of the year. And I looked at it like that and I was like, well, if you're not putting numbers into it, I mean, we had already said it wasn't, our pick for best song of the year, but so that
Well,
was kind
no. I didn't say that. What I said is that it's the most popular, and I can see why it was picked.
well, yeah, but
Yeah, I mean, it's not for obviously it's not for me,
yeah.
but like it is what it is. Like I don't have a problem with it.
No.
I don't have a problem with it at all. I think it's doing exactly what. Look, Sexy Red can't miss for whatever reason.
She can't.
She can't miss, man. And so with what she has going on and with that song, man, like it's a catchy song, though.
Yeah. You want to take a wild guess at what song has been streamed the most and got the most numbers?
In hip hop?
Yep, across the board. Hip hop. Everything. Take a wild guess.
The biggest song this year. He said in hip hop or period?
Yep, hip hop, yeah. Hip hop, rap, all of it.
Oh, sheesh. The most streamed song. If you would have told me, it was that one, you know what? I'm gonna go with a. I'm gonna go put it on the floor, man.
Fuck you mean? Gonna.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, when did his album come out?
The 2023.
And it wasn't on that list?
Nope.
All right, B.Dot.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Yeah. Right. So let's close it out. Top 10 best rappers of 2023. We'll start at 10. Nas, 9 is Larry June, 8 is Conway. Stop me when you want to talk about it. 7, 21 Savage. 6, Gucci Mane. Okay, let's stop. I
like Gucci.
I like Gucci.
I'm always love Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Always. But to say he's top this year, that's wild. Top 5 this year is wild. But okay. Yeah. Keep it moving.
5, Killer Mike. Yeah, to put Gucci above Conway to me is kind of crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah. And yeah. Where I'll stop. 5, Killer Mike. 4, Benny the Butcher. Number 3 is Lotto. Number 2 is Lil Wayne. And number 1 is a guy from Fayetteville, North Carolina that goes by the name of Jermaine Cole.
Right. Okay.
And this is based on skill, performance, and presence.
21 Savage, in my opinion, does not have skill. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He does not have skill. He does not. As an MC, all right. Skill. That, people use that word loosely. Skill. Maybe I'm looking at him not being the best lyricist. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's just what it is, bro.
I can see it because he don't really say anything that makes you, of course, no double or triple entendres, no, it's kind of like, and don't get me wrong, I like 21.
Well, why do you think that Jeezy's album wasn't on there?
My first guess would be the time of the year it came out.
Okay.
It came out fourth quarter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I think that would be my guess.
I think this album's damn good.
Because I think Drake's probably came out fourth quarter. Not saying his should have made it, but you know, yeah. When I look at the album, I think that would be my guess. Fourth
Yeah,
quarter.
no, I don't. Okay. All right. Well, B.Dot always puts out questionable list.
Yeah.
Um, but again, it's his opinion. So if
Mm-hmm.
I had to sit back and make my own list, it'd probably be it would be definitely be different. But I guess that's
Right.
based on what I like to listen to. So
Right.
whatever.
Right. And I mean, hell, they praised Quavo album for a lot. And for that not to make the list is yeah. So I mean, I would ask the same question, even though I didn't like it too much, and I didn't like Offset album that much either. So
You didn't like Officer's album?
it was okay, but I just I liked it better than Quavo's. But
I didn't even get. Yeah, well, I did like it better than Quavo's actually. Yeah, I think it was way better than Quavo's
yeah,
actually.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, I mean, definitely. If I was a, but you know, I spent more of this year kind of listening to more of the people I was familiar with.
Right.
I didn't branch out or venture out. You know, there was a couple of newer artists that I found that I like, I fuck with, but I didn't do it as regularly as I probably would have done other years. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, did you finish listening to Baz album?
Boss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't finish it yet, and I don't know why,
Boss
but
got a good
I
album.
need to. I need to.
Boss has a great album.
I need to.
Boss has a good album.
All right, man. I think that's let me see. What are some things that your partner can go to their ex for that's acceptable that you're not gonna really have a problem with?
Like need them.
Yeah, like let's just say for instance, money or hey, I need you to pick me up and take me here or there or wherever. Just is there things that you would be like, nah, we ain't cool? Or
Definitely.
are there things that they should probably check with? Well, of course, there's things that they should check with you first before they, go asking another man. But
Yeah, I don't see the purpose in asking for money. I don't see the purpose in yeah, I guess that's the biggest thing. Money. I mean,
I'm definitely with
unless there's children involved,
you. Yeah, I'm definitely with you on money.
and that changes things. When the children involved, that changes things. I mean,
Well, yeah, but I still think with that, if it's just some, hey, um, I'm short on something. Can you shoot me about $100 or $2? If it's for the kids, then yeah.
right?
But if she looking for money for her personal use, just to put something in her pocket, then I'm
Yeah, no,
I'm
that
yeah,
ain't
I'm
it.
not good with that. I'm not
I
good with
agree.
that.
Of course not.
You know, damn, what would be some other things? Um, I'd have to put more thought into that. I'm pretty sure there could be some other things. Maybe one of our listeners or viewers can have some examples. But money for me, money would be the big one. Um, hell, like if her car broke down somewhere, he better not be the first one to that receives a phone call from her.
No,
I
not the
might
first.
go that far.
Not the first.
Yeah, yeah. And matter of fact, he probably I mean, dare I say he shouldn't even receive a phone call. I mean, not unless he's a mechanic or something. Like you call me if it ain't nothing I can't do, it got to be somebody else. But you know,
I don't know if I necessarily be that petty, but if I can't make it happen, then
right,
so be it.
right. Um, yeah, if she needed a ride somewhere or some shit, hey, I'll make something happen. And if we're not in the same state, then that of course that's different too.
Right.
Of course, that's different too. I had to put more thought in that. Some of the things that ex that my partner can go to their ex for. Yeah, yeah. How would you feel if what would you think? Let's say birthday came around, her ex sent her a fly ass gift.
I think that's a bit much.
I do too. I do too.
Yes, just not. That's it's boundaries. Come on, man.
Yeah. And it looks kind of one upish too. Like I'm like, of course he don't know what you got her, but you know, you going, if I'm gonna get my ex something, if I'm gonna get my ex something, it's going to be an ex that maybe I have kids with. So, and that might be, maybe a Mother's Day gift, but I'm not getting her nothing on her birthday.
Yeah, nah.
But I'm never like going out thinking like, what's the dopest thing I can get her?
No, definitely not.
Especially if it's going, if it's gonna be some shit that maybe rival some that her niggas getting for her. I can't do it. Nah,
I'm cool.
nah. I think that came up because Country Wayne was talking about it. Talking about he still takes care of all his baby moms and pays their rent and does this shit. And I was like, nah. Just because they're the mother of the child, don't mean you still got to you still have to take care of everything for them. I mean, I think that shit makes a woman that might make a woman hard to date. You know what I'm saying? You trying to date this woman, and her ex is still paying her bills and everything.
It's definitely going to make you move differently,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's going to make you move differently, or it'll probably have it'll have a lot on whether or not you take said person serious,
True.
right? A lot.
I had this conversation with a friend. Actually, this was over the New Year Eve weekend. We was talking about basically she said if you really love somebody, if you love someone, how could you hurt them? And I said not to be funny, but I think that's easy. And my reason was because I was like simple and plain. You might love yourself more for whatever reason you did, or whatever reason, or whatever you did to hurt them. Could have been, some kind of self gratification or pleasure or whatever for you. I.e., we use the example of cheating. Like, okay, um,
Right.
what she said, if you really love someone, you're not gonna cheat on them. And I said, I beg to differ.
And okay, and that's based off. I mean, ideally, that's what you would think. Like,
Right.
hey, right? But like, I'm not gonna fucking go into the fucking stupid cheating shit. Like, all right, if you're gonna cheat, you're gonna cheat. If you're not, you're not. Either it's in you or it's not.
Right.
Right? Like, but when you say the word hurt, like that, I mean, just using that example, like you could hurt people in so many different ways, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
absolutely. Yeah.
If they were strictly talking about cheating, whomever said it, then they should have just said cheating, not hurt,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because hurt is vague as fuck,
Right.
right? I could hurt you by fucking grabbing some food and be sitting down eating and not grabbing you some fucking food. Your feelings can be fucking hurt,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like, all right, cheating, like, come on.
Yeah.
That's just me. Like we
Right.
ride the cheating train so much.
Well,
Like,
talking to a woman and having those conversations, that's going to be the main and first thing that's probably brought up, because that's the easiest conversation for them to have, I think. But I mean, I would still disagree with that, because I mean, have I cheated before? Yes. We've said it plenty of times. And, can I tell you without a doubt that I love that person? Absolutely. I truly love them. But, it happened,
right.
but I think that was the reason why I told her, like, is of course you have people that love themselves more, and it may have been something that they wanted to do, or something that you know, because we all as people, you know, we want to take care of ourselves.
Right.
If you feel there's a void or something that's missing, not saying that that's why I cheated or anything else. I mean, you're gonna find what you're looking for.
Right.
So I wholeheartedly think you know, whether it's cheating or I told her, I'm like, well, listen, your family hurts you more than anybody most times, and your family loves you, you know. So but you know, she was like, well, no, I'm talking about, you know, a romantic love or romantic situation, someone that, you know, but there's plenty, like you said, there's plenty other ways. Plenty. And you can wholeheartedly um cheat, cheat or do whatever and still love somebody. Um there was a quote I saw and I wish I tried to find it, and it had said something about and I wanted to repeat it to her since we was talking about that, but it was basically, it said something like as people, a lot of us get married for love, and that shouldn't be the top reason to get married or some shit like that. And I wish I could find it to give the whole explanation. But we was talking, you know, I told her that, you know, and I was like, but
No. People don't get married for love; they get married for help. That's what I saw earlier.
for help.
People get married for help instead of
Yeah,
love.
a lot of people do, and that shouldn't be.
That's love should be the reason you get married,
Mhm.
in my opinion.
The number one reason.
The number one reason why you get married to
Yeah,
someone.
I would say yes.
Yeah, it's the most important.
Yeah. I need to find this quote. Yeah. Um, I'm gonna search it. I saw it on Twitter somewhere, but I'm gonna look for it. All right, man. Let's fuck with these unapologetic truths, and we will get with y'all next week. Let's see. What personal items make you feel naked if you don't have them on or with you? Hmm.
Earrings and watches for me.
Earrings, definitely for me. Um, Earrings, probably a wife beater. I always have an undershirt on.
I never wear those.
Hmm.
I just didn't grow up wearing them like that.
Me neither. I don't know when I started wearing them, but
Yeah, that's just not my thing.
I don't know when I started wearing them. But earrings, wife beater, um, socks, socks.
Oh
Cause
yeah,
my feet tend to sweat,
yeah.
so wearing socks for me, that's kind of like a comfort. Um, you know.
Honestly, smell good for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel right if I don't have on smell good.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
But I know where that comes from. I think because I smoked for so long. Well, I
mm,
smoked Black and Mild for so long. It smelled like smoke for so long. Now, obviously, I vape, so it's
mm.
like, damn. And even with I was wasting my money buying fucking all this good ass cologne, only to be smelling like a motherfucking ashtray. So I'm like, y'all motherfuckers gonna smell this shit, nigga. Straight up.
All right. What else? Uh, why would anyways. Oh, no, we don't want to talk about no cheating. Uh, did you ask this question? What's the most interesting thing about you? What do you think the most interesting thing about yourself is?
What do I think the most interesting thing about me is? Uh
Or what do you like most about yourself? So that could be a two-part, either or, whichever one you want to answer.
well, the most interesting thing about me is that um
You know, this shows a lot about your character. That it took you that long to answer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, and I think where I read that, it's like so if you was more like on the narcissist side, you would have blurted out an answer right away versus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Sometimes it's hard to brag about yourself.
Yeah, I've been in this skin a long time. I don't know. But what was the second part of it?
You might be able to answer this one, Dan. Or what do you like about yourself most?
What I like about myself most is that I'm able to be um, a lion in the streets, right? But I'm also able to, when I come, I eat your face off outside of my house, right? But the minute I come into my home, my family, my tribe, I automatically become service to them.
Okay.
Right. I take all that off. I leave it at the door. And some people can't do. A lot of people can't do that.
Right.
But I will say that I do that, man. You know what I'm saying? I do.
Okay.
And it took some losses, but I know how to do it now.
Right. I think the second one is probably easier for me to answer.
Yeah.
And I think I'll go with just being. I think I'm diverse. I can fit in I think almost any kind of environment.
You find any weather.
Yeah, I'm very.
I go with that one. I'll take the easy way out. I'll go with that one.
I'm very adaptable. Whether I'm with, you know, us or a different set of people or what, you know, whatever else. And that probably took work too. Just having to, you know, be around different people, travel, you know, military, whatever else. That took work.
Right.
What's some advice about women you wish you would have received in your 20s?
Wow.
Yeah.
Some advice I would have loved to receive about women in my 20s is that if they're asking you a question about any wrongdoing that you've done, chances are they already know the answer. I wish I would have known that, man. Because so many times I thought I just came with the smoothest lie ever, right? And if they went for it, they only went for it because they wanted to go for it.
Right.
Right. I wish I would have known that. Save myself a lot of poo off my face if I would have motherfucking just did that. If I would have known that, rather.
Yeah. Let me I would say that's the saying, everything. What's the saying? It got something to do with like working for it. Because I don't think every girl makes it hard for the man she likes, or if she really likes you. You know what I'm saying? So that whole mantra of, oh, you got to work for it, or you got to prove this, you got to do that. I wish, you know, that's something I think would have been told me early on. I feel like I waste a lot of time chasing motherfuckers that, you know, just because I had some kind of infatuation or something, you know.
Okay.
That might be one. I'll put some thought in that too. Put some thought into that. Let me ask you one more thing. So let's say you had one of your homegirls. She came. You was talking to her and she said, you know, I think I fucked up the other day, Dre. I punched my nigga in the face.
Okay.
How would you feel about that?
I would say, like, you're flat wrong. You're dead wrong. Putting your hands on somebody is not the answer, period. man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no, don't matter what your gender is, but don't put your hands on people, man.
Right.
Don't put your hands on folks.
Does that conversation go the same way if your homeboy tell you he punched his lady in the face?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I'm not one of those that's a female type of people.
Right.
I'm not that, right? Now, I'm not, be clear, I may think that way.
Yeah.
But if you don't, I'm not going to eat your lunch for it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Because that might not have been the way you was raised. You
Right.
might have been raised, hey, if a girl put their hands on you, boy, you better knock the shit out of them. Some people raise their kids that way. I'm not one of them.
Right.
So again, just keep your dang on hands to yourself.
Absolutely. So the reason why I asked that question, most was saying that, like, that it came up. Most, a lot of the men were saying that they're not going to associate with any kind of, a man that commits or does, domestic violence or has that on his rap sheet. But, when there was that same question about a woman, it's kind of like, that's different.
Well, again, we know what it is. Like, we know what that is. That's just some society type shit. You know what I mean? Like, we know what that is.
Because you would think that, okay, if you don't fuck with domestic violence, you don't have friends that fuck with domestic violence, whether it's a man or a woman. Like, okay, listen, you my nigga, but dog, look, I can't fuck with you like that, man. You walking around, you beating on women, I can't do that. Whether now it should be the same way with a woman. Like, listen, homegirl, you my dog, I fuck with you, but you can't do that. If you don't fuck with domestic violence, then you don't fuck with domestic violence. Like, I shouldn't alienate you and not fuck with you just because you're a man, you commit domestic violence, but still, befriend this woman that does the same thing.
Right. We saying the same shit.
Yeah, but it's how society looks at it, views it, But listen, some of these women out here, shit, they quick to put hands on you. They more than a nigga. I've been in situations where motherfuckers wanted to square up, and I'm like, hold on, girl. Toxic days are over.
Amen.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. That went through it. But listen, man, I'm happy to be back here with you in this new year, continue this platform and the rock, and just give the people this beautiful content that we got, and look forward to what's gonna come in this year and just doing more. Yeah, man, I'm happy. Absolutely.
Good, man. Well, shout out to you, dog, as always, man. Keep this thing afloat, doing the things that you do for the podcast, doing what you do as my player partner, man. I appreciate you. Shout out to my support system, man. Shout out to my babies, man. I had such a great time over Christmas, man. House is quiet again, shit. So I'm readjusting to that, but we had a ball. And as always, mental health is real. Myself or Reg may not be subject matter experts when it comes down to it, but I can assure you, before you harm yourself and you harm others, please tap into Unapologetic Pod on IG and or Facebook, or our individual Facebooks and or IG. And I can assure you, we can get you the help that you need. Other than that, B.Dot, you already know what's going on with me. Different toilet, same shit.
Appreciate it. Yes, and I definitely appreciate you too. You are one of the probably handful of people that keep me balanced. Absolutely. I lean on for advice and an ear and all that other good shit, man. I got to get back up that way. We got some more things to do, going out and shit, man. And,
yeah, for sure.
We got this Tar Heel game too. Whichever one we gonna catch, but listen, shout out to everybody, to my babies, to my family, everybody that listens to us and continues to support us. And, I appreciate it greatly. We going on what, year 4 now, I think it is.
Something like that.
Yeah. Wow. Shit don't seem like it's been that long.
Nope.
Man. Yeah. Wow. Unapologetic, the podcast is still here. Rebranded, all that shit. I appreciate it. There's a lot of people that podcasts fell to the wayside, dog.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely
It happens.
Definitely a trend.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a trend.
It happens. A lot of good ones too that I really like them fuck with. You know,
Agreed.
People that we know, but still here, we still moving. I attribute that to a lot. But like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode and continue to fuck with us. We love it. We love you for that, and it is greatly appreciated. As always, we're unfiltered and we're definitely unapologetic. We will see y'all next week. Dre, Reg, we out of here.
Take it easy.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.